Satnam, welcome. My name is Ali Collins, although I do know everyone joining me here on the live, but in case we haven't formally met yet and you're catching this on the replay, welcome to all. I'm so excited to be kicking off another rebirthing workshop this Saturday morning with you. I have a practice prepared that um, like anything I teach, I have found this practice to be very, very freeing. And once I get a taste of that, I always can't wait to turn around and teach it and put it out into the world so others may benefit from the light that these practices bring. Um, I do want to get started right away. I have a few additional warm-ups too I want to go into today. So I'll talk while we warm up. Um, we're going to go ahead and tune in energetically. If you're brand new to the Kundalini yoga practice, feel free to just listen as we go through these introductory mantras. And then if you continue to practice with us or others, you'll get the hang of it. We're going to be kicking off the practice with some breath work also. So, like any and all Kundalini yoga practices or energetic practices, please go at your own pace, back off if you need to. The practice we're doing today, the entirety of the class is very flexible in terms of where you may want to choose to sit. I've got a little bit of a sensitive knee, so I'm sitting upright in a chair today. So by all means, if that's more comfortable for you, if knowing that or anticipating that we're going to be sitting for a longer time, then please by all means feel free to sit up in a chair or even on the couch as long as the spine can be straight. So I'll just give you another moment to get into a good posture. If not otherwise, on a chair or on a couch. I usually sit on a meditation cushion with my hips propped up just slightly or just in a cross-legged easy pose on the floor. Um, but we're going to be sitting for a majority of the practice, so you can make yourself a little nest, get cozy. And then to start off with our mantras, we're going to go ahead and rub the hands together. Just tune into the sensation of the palms coming together. And you can tune in to the physical sensation, what it actually feels like when you experience that rub. You can tune into the sound of your palms rubbing together. But just really bring your awareness to what changes as we start this motion. We're going to start to get really, really present, and then the palms will press together. The thumb tips will press right here into the chest, and we'll actually take those thumbs and press into the chest, really starting to activate a different glandular response in the body. And then wherever you've made your nice cozy nest, I'll invite you to start to straighten the spine and tuck your chin in slightly. If you haven't already, if it would feel good, you can start to close down the eyes, and then the gaze just lifts up slightly, up and in between the brows, into this region, the center of the brain cavity, the third eye. Still sitting up nice and tall. And then before we engage in any breath work together, I'll invite you just to notice in this posture where your breath is now, how you're coming into the practice. What's your breathing like? And then taking that awareness deeper into the body, just feel into the arms, the legs, the center cavity, and just notice your energy. Just notice how you're feeling. Notice how you're presenting on this Saturday morning. And then let's go ahead and take a deep breath in together. We'll exhale it all out through the mouth. And I want to just do that a few more times together. So we'll deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose again. Exhale, sigh it all out of the mouth. And then just resuming normal breathing here. Bringing the awareness back into this normal breathing pattern, and then again deeper into the body, just noticing the energy. Just warming up nice and slow today. And then let's go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose together. We're going to suspend the breath at the top and then just check on the posture one last time. So we'll straighten the spine, tuck the chin, gazes up and in at the third eye. And then exhale through the nose. And then on this next deep breath in, we'll go ahead and tune in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Deep inhale again. An Gure Name, Jugan Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name, An Gure Name, Jugan Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name, An Gure Name, Jugan Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name, An Gure Name, Jugan Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Deep breath in. And exhale. Go ahead and release the posture. You can release the hands and the arms. Even just shake out the arms if that would feel good for you. And yeah, we'll jump right into the practice. So I started saying this before. I think the rebirthing process, as much as I've done these Kriyas so many times now, the rebirthing process is always very, very personal. So specifically when we get into that part of the Kriya today, everyone is likely to have a different experience. And I think that the important things to be aware of ahead of time is that we're going to start with some warm-ups today. We'll just go over sort of lay of the land for what to expect. So we're going to start with some warm-ups in just a minute. I want to just warm up the spine for just a couple minutes, and then we'll do a little bit of breath work to open up the energy channels there's really, in my, from my practice, I just feel like there's no better way to prepare for a rebirthing than some breath work, because you got to be opened up. It just allows you to go deeper into the meditation because the body will be more relaxed. So we'll do a little bit of breath work, and then we'll go into the actual rebirthing kriya. And rebirthing kriyas are just like many of the other traditional Kundalini practices, in that we're going to go through a series of postures. And the way the postures work, and they kind of shift your energy, you might feel like you're kind of going into this trance-like state. And really what that means on a physiological level is the state of your brain waves is actually changing. So if you've been into spirituality or the science of meditation, there's different speeds of brain waves. So these postures, in addition to the breath work and the spinal movements that we'll do, will work to really shift you into a different brainwave state, which is akin to what we call the subconscious mind. And then once you shift into that state, you may find that you are, sometimes people have like suppressed memories come up, or sometimes people have sort of, visions or thoughts that, maybe they had an experience before. Any number of things can happen, and we're just going to stick with the postures. Sometimes when we go through these rebirthing kriyas, we get like a nugget of like, ooh, I'm going to, change this about my life, or this epiphany about myself. And sometimes we go through the rebirthing kriyas and it's actually way more subtle, and we'll walk away from the practice like, oh, did that really shift anything? But then over the next few weeks and the next few months, you might start to notice the difference and integrate slower. So that's really the lay of the land, and then we'll rest for a bit, and then I'll close out our session just via recording. I'll turn the recording off, and then I'll open it up to the group for sharing and integration. And if you need additional support, I'll be here for as long as anyone needs. So that's the agenda today. Let's go ahead and start with the warm-up. So again, wherever you decided to get cozy for your practice, your rebirth this morning, I'm going to invite you to once again tune into your posture. We're going to sit up nice and straight, and we're just going to start to warm up the spine. So we're going to do some cat-cow sitting in this erect position. So we're going to take a deep inhale and stretch forward. So we're going to open up through the chest and the throat on the inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to arch the spine back, and the navel and chin are going to pull in. That's the exhale. So then we're opening up through the chest and the throat on the inhale. Exhale, belly pulls into the spine, chin tucks in. And we're going to start just nice and slow, very, very gently. Exhale. Because we don't want to push the spine too hard as we're easing into this. We're going to go nice and slow, gentle. And then as you start to feel more warmed up, feel free to increase the depth of the breath, the depth of the movement. Go at your own pace, tuning in to how your body feels this morning. We're starting to move the breath through the chakras to open up these energetic wheelhouses. And if you haven't already, you can shut down the eyes. Gaze can be up and in at the third eye. And then I'll also invite you to add in the mantra Sat Nam. So we're going to mentally chant the mantra Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale as the navel pulls into the spine. Once again, invitation to increase the depth of your breath, the depth of the movement. As a reminder, we'll be doing this Kriya today called a renewed self-concept. So the idea is, I think just cutting energetic cords and letting go of residual energy. I call it energetic baggage, whatever verbiage suits you. Just another way that we clean out the subconscious in order to really step into and embody the highest version of ourselves. We're still moving, we're still stretching the spine. We've got less than a minute left here. Go ahead and take a deep breath in, straighten the spine, tuck the chin, and keep looking up and in, bringing the gaze up and in. You can squeeze up on your pelvic floor. Exhale. Relax the shoulders. Normal breathing. And I'll invite you at this time to tune into any intention for today's practice that calls out to you, that comes to you intuitively. What do you intend for today's practice of renewed self-concept? And maybe it's not so much specifically what you're looking to let go of, but which version of yourself are you looking to step into and embody? And go ahead and seal that intention with a deep inhale. Exhale. And then we're going to move right into this breathwork practice. I've been doing this in all my classes because it's such a potent way to start to open up the energy channels. So we're going to start with an O-shaped breath of fire. And if you're new to the practice, breath of fire is an equal part inhale and exhale. Sometimes we do it through the nose, but in this particular posture, we're going to do it through an O-shaped mouth like this. So you see the O-shaped mouth and then the equal part inhale, exhale. Another key component of this breath is where the breath is powered from the navel. So the navel actually pulls in on the exhale and out on the inhale. So you can bring your hands to your belly and just tune into that with the breath. So that's a pretty rapid O-shaped breath of fire. You can also slow it down. So go ahead and try that out now, finding that rhythmic navel pump partnered with the breath. And when you find the pace that feels right for you, we're going to bring the hands up. We're going to do this wrist turning movement like this. So on the inward turn, we're going to squeeze the thumbs. On the outward turn, we're going to flick the fingers out. Inward squeeze, outward flick. Inward squeeze, outward flick. And now we're coming back to the breath. And we're on the clock. This is our first posture here. Gaze can close down, up and in at the third eye. And we're just breathing. We're starting to open up the energy channels. We're going to be moving through 3 postures like this with this O-shaped breath of fire. We're not going to be in any posture too long. We're just really starting to open things up. Squeezing that thumb as the wrists turn in, and you can actually really bring your elbows in to your ribs. Less than a minute left. Spine is nice and straight, chin is tucked. "15 seconds, last push here." Okay, now we'll go ahead and take a deep breath in through the O mouth. Hands are still out at the side. We're going to hold the breath in. We're going to squeeze the thumbs and really tense the body. Holding the breath, tensing the body, tense the body until it shakes. We're going to discharge all the energy that we're ready to let go of. Let the body shake, still holding the breath. And now we're going to cannon fire exhale out of the O mouth. We're going to do that 2 more times. Take a deep breath in through the O mouth. Squeeze the thumbs, tense the body, and shake. Gaze is still up and in at the third eye. Tensing, tensing. Tense the body, tense the body. Exhale from the O mouth. Last time, deeper breath in. Squeezing the thumbs, spine is nice and straight, gaze is up and in. We're tensing and we're shaking. We're literally wringing out the energy that's ready to go. Last little bit. Exhale, O mouth. And then hands can come into a Gyan Mudra. Index fingers, thumb tips can touch. Just down on your lap. Nice and gentle here. We'll return to a normal breathing. Okay, now go ahead, take a deep breath in, exhale, and we're going to move into our second posture. This second posture, we're going to do this same O-shaped breath of fire powered from the navel, but the hand and arm mudra is going to be different. I'm going to turn to show you. We're going to take the left hand out first, bring the right hand back, and then we're going to alternate arms like this. So still continuing with that O-shaped breath of fire. And then visually, with the eyes up and in, you're going to start to imagine yourself pushing away any perceived problems or disabilities that you believe are affecting you. So go ahead and bring this up in your mental awareness now. We're continuing with the pushing motion. We're continuing with the breath. We're not here too long. Get into it. We're releasing. We're breathing. 'Less than a minute. Fifteen more seconds. See what you can do to give it one last push. Maybe you increase the breath, the prana. Maybe you move your arms and your hands with a little bit more intention. Bring in the awareness one last time to what you're looking to just push out of your electromagnetic field. What are you ready to let go of? And then we'll go ahead and take a deep breath in. Go ahead and extend the left arm out. Right arm comes in. We're holding the breath. And once again, we're going to tense the body. Tense the body. Let the body move. Let the body shake or discharge any energy. Go ahead, exhale through the O mouth and switch the arms. We'll do that 2 more times. Deep breath in. Holding the breath. We'll hold the breath and the body will just naturally get tense and it'll shake. Really get into the fascia. Holding a little bit longer. And then we'll exhale, O mouth, switch the arms. One more time. Deep breath in, O mouth. Straighten the spine, holding the breath, gazes up and in. We really want to activate these glands at the center of the head, tensing the body, shaking. A little bit longer. You got this. Tense and shake. Exhale, O mouth, switch the arms. Very good. Gyan Mudra. Drop the hands to the lap. Normal breathing, just integrate. We've got one posture left in this little warm-up set we're doing. Okay, go ahead. Inhale, exhale. Last posture here. Same O mouth, O-shaped breath of fire, powered from the navel. We're going to once again tuck the elbows into the ribs. We're going to cup the hands, and then we're just going to, in a backwards motion, circle the arms. And it's visually like you're scooping away anything from your electromagnetic field that you're ready to release. Go ahead. We're on the clock. Last posture. Here we go. Gazes up and in at the third eye, and you're scooping away your perceived problems, your perceived disabilities. Let it go. Breathe. Breathe with more prana, and we let it go. Less than a minute to go here. You got this. 30 seconds. Here we go. Last little push. Okay, go ahead, take a deep breath in through the O mouth. We're going to suspend the breath. The arms are going to stay out. This time we're going to open the mouth and stick out the tongue. Holding the breath, we're going to keep the tongue out, but we're going to tense the body and shake. Tensing, shaking. You might look a little crazy. That's okay. We're releasing. Go ahead, exhale, O mouth. We're going to do that 2 more times. Let's go deeper on the inhale, O-shaped mouth. Straighten the spine, tuck the chin, tongue sticks out, and then we're holding the breath. Holding the breath, tensing, shaking. Exhale, O mouth. Okay, last time here, deepest breath in yet. Tense, shake, let it out. Let it out. Last chance. 5 seconds, still holding the breath. Exhale, O-shaped mouth. Very good. Gyan Mudra here. You can drop the hands to your lap, normal breathing, rest, integrate. We're gonna shift here into our rebirthing Kriya. So there's no breaks in between these exercises. We're going to go from one posture right into the next. We're going to start with the left hand on the heart. And it's almost like the fingers are going to be parallel. The right hand is going to move in this motion. I'm going to demonstrate towards the face with a particular breath pattern. So it's a inhale, exhale, inhale, and it's almost like the hand, you'll get the hang of it. And I'll keep going with it to show you, but the hand is almost like coming in to like slap the face. And then once it like slaps the face and you get that jolt, then you like push the energy away. Keep going with that. Maintaining left hand on the heart center, fingers are pointing right. The eyes will just close down. And through the closed eyes, we're going to meditate on the tip of the nose. So keep moving the right hand powerfully towards the face as if you're going to slap yourself. And then as you approach the cheek, you're going to divert forward. And we'll keep going in this posture. Keep a constant speed, neither too fast nor too slow. You are commanding the motor system and asking the defense mechanism to protect. So we're doing this very intentionally. It can give you a powerful immune system. Understand that everything in you is controlled by the brain. All glandular secretion is also commanded by the brain. Glands are the guardians of health, and we need those juices to get to the next stage. So with this breath, with this mudra, we're starting to change the secretions in the glandular system. Starting to trigger the nervous system in a particular way, so we can release the stories of the nervous system, release the stories of the subconscious mind. So stay with it, stay with this posture. That's all we're doing right now. We're just staying with the breath and the movement, staying in this posture. Now go ahead and take a deep breath in. Extend the right arm out. Straighten the spine, tuck the chin, pull up on your pelvic floor. Gazes up and in at the third eye. Exhale, release the posture. And now, still in your seated position, we're going to come into a hand mudra. So the hands are going to be cupped together like this, and they're going to start out like right here in between the belly and the chest, and we're going to take them up to the throat and just pour out. Pouring out, like we're dumping out, we're cupping water here, and then we're just bringing it up to the throat and dumping out the water. So continue in that posture. Cupping water, bringing the hands up to the throat, extending the arms, and then pouring the water out through the tips of your fingers. We're going to keep going with this motion, and the eyes are just going to focus at the tip of the nose. Keep cupping the water at your chest, raising your hands, raising the water, pouring the water out. Gaze is on the tip of the nose. And with this motion, I'm going to invite you to start to fill up all of your anger, attachments, resentment in your hands. Anything that is bothering you, gather it up in your hands and let it go. Pull out all of the pain of the subconscious and fill the hands with it. Offer it to the space. From day 1 to the 11th year, all of the pains of your childhood, go day by day, month by month, year by year. Scoop it all up. Scoop up the pain from the days, from the months, and from the years. Scoop up all the pain and pour it out. Pay homage to all the sick, ugly, dirty, painful, neurotic memories. Just let them go. People think it is stupid to do this, but it is real. Once the mind is cleared and the subconscious is cleaned out, you don't have a problem. All you have to do is grab the opportunities and get well. If you are suffering with dis-ease, if you have a problem, if you have pain in a relationship, if you have a monetary problem, if you are poor, I don't care what your major problem is. Whatever it is, start pulling it from the subconscious memory and start offering it to the space. Fill up all your anger, attachments, and resentment in your hands. Anything that is bothering you, let it go. Pull out all the pain of the subconscious and fill the hands with it. Raise the hands to the throat and offer the pain and the problems and the attachments to the space. This is your last few minutes to do this. Offer your pain, your problems, your anger, your attachments, your resentments Scoop it up in your hands, raise it up to the throat, and offer it to the space. What is left? What are you still angry about? What are you still attached to? What are you still resentful about? Scoop up your problems. Raise them up to the throat and give them to the space. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale. And now we're going to immediately bring the hands in front of the face and look at the lines of your hands. Hands are in front of the face. Reading the palms. Read your own palm. Try to look at it again and again and read your own palm. Read it thoroughly. You will be surprised with how much you know. You'll be surprised with what you know. Read it very microscopically. Now the palms that were in front of the face will now come up to cover the face and eyes with the hands. So the eyes will close. We're going to cover the face with the hands. Try to see into infinity through your closed eyes. Eyes are closed with the palms up against the face. Try to see into infinity. Keep staring into infinity. Go ahead, take a deep breath in. Exhale. And now we're going to cross the hands at the heart center right over left. We're going to inhale very deeply and hold. Go ahead, exhale. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale deeply, hands crossed over the chest. Holding the breath. Exhale. Inhale again, deeper than before. Holding the breath. Exhale. Now with the hands still crossed at the heart, right over left, we're going to chant. I'm going to go ahead and start us off. Feel free to join me at any point when you have it. We're going to chant Had, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. Had, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. Had, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. Do the best you can and join me. Had, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. 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 Now we're going to whisper it. Had, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. 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 Go ahead, take a deep breath in. Exhale. And now we're going to move into a bowing posture. And you can do this in a baby pose if that's more comfortable for you. But essentially, the bowing posture, we're gonna come to our shins. I can't really demonstrate it right now because of my knee, but you're gonna come onto your shins, and then your arms are gonna come out at your side. We're gonna inhale up, exhale down. And on the exhale, the forehead is going to come down to the floor. If you can't get your forehead all the way down to the ground, that's okay. Just visualize it. And essentially what we're doing is taking the energy through these vital organs in our belly and central cavity, but also bringing the mind below the heart. In Kundalini Yoga, we say the mind is the servant to the heart. The heart is the will of the soul and our highest good. So we're literally bowing our head, our ego, our brain in service to the heart. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Just a few postures left. Stay with it. You're doing great. Bowing, inhaling up, exhaling down. Continuing with the bowing motion, inhaling up, exhaling down. The mind surrendering to the power, and not just the power, the knowing of the heart's connectivity to all, our source of great oneness, our source of true divine love. One more minute here. Last few bows. Now go ahead, inhale up, exhale, and now we're going to stretch our arms above the head in a prayer pose. I'll show you. So hands come like this in a prayer pose and then all the way up. Stretch the arms above the head in a prayer pose. Your absolute prayer. Create your own profile in prayer now. State your intention, who you want to be. Make a profile, not a prayer. Profile in prayer. State your intention. Who do you want to be? Whatever you say it now. Whatever you want to ask it now. Ask it in absolute prayer. The hands are tense. Stretch up through the elbows. Put your hands together. Holding this posture, sending out your beam, sending out your prayer through this very, very powerful posture. A little while longer. Set your prayer for yourself. Who do you want to be? Ten more seconds. Set your prayer. Send your intention. Go ahead, inhale, stretch the arms up, straighten the spine, tuck the chin, pull up on your pelvic floor. Exhale, release the posture, and start to shake your hands and your whole body vigorously. Shake as hard as you can. We have to discharge the energy. I'm going to give you a little beat. go ahead and start to shake. Shake the body. Shake the body vigorously. Shake the body vigorously. Shake your hands up through your shoulders, twist your torso, through the legs. Last chance here, shake the body. We're resetting all the neurons in the brain. Last chance, 5 seconds, shake the body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And now wave your hands in front of your face to clear your eyesight. Just a few seconds. Now close your eyes and inhale deeply. Take the prana into every part of your body. Let the breath of life circulate. Exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. We're going to take another deep breath in. Straighten the spine, tuck the chin, pull up on your pelvic floor. Squeeze the body, circulate the prana. Circulate the prana now. Your body knows how to do this. Exhale. Last time, deepest breath in yet today. Holding the breath, gaze is up and in at the third eye. Chin is tucked, spine is nice and straight, and we're squeezing up on the pelvic floor. We're letting the Kundalini energy move us, shake us if it needs to. Holding. Exhale. Exhale it all out. Very, very beautifully done. Slowly, gently, please find your way down to your back. We'll take a Shavasana, corpse pose. We'll relax here, integrate. Hands can come out at your sides towards receiving, or palms can face up towards receiving, arms out at your sides.
Take me to the temple, wanting love and your melting past.
Slowly coming back into awareness of the space. I'll invite you to start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, shake out through the wrists and the ankles. If it would feel good for you, you could take a cat stretch left or a cat stretch right. And then we'll slowly, gently come back up to a seated position. I just want to give one more final thank you for coming today, for joining me, for doing this work, showing up for yourself, most importantly. I'll go ahead and close out the session right now because I want to give enough time for everyone to share. And if anyone beyond this recording needs any support, of course, please feel free to reach out to me, and take good care of yourself over the next 48, 72 hours. Lots of water, vitamin C, particularly for this Kriya. All rebirthing vitamin C is great, but particularly for this Kriya, it does ask for it. Lots of rest. Sometimes dreams or memories or emotions will come to pass from this work. So always, I think, a good time to allot for extra time and space for all of that. And yeah, once again, please reach out if you have any questions. So we'll go ahead and really wrap up today the same way we started. So rubbing the palms together. Palms press, thumbs come into the chest. We'll sit up nice and tall. Let's do a few deep breaths together. We'll go in through the nose. Exhale, side out through the mouth. Inhale, nose. Exhale, side out from the mouth. And then on this next inhale, we'll tune out with one long Sat Nam. Please feel free to join me if you would like. Deep inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam, everyone. Thank you again for coming today. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and then we will start the sharing.